enough, enough, enough.
Vespa.
63?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's been out of commission for like the last few months, so I just fixed it this morning. That's why I was late. Just getting it back in order.
Well, if you can fix a Vespa, you're on the way.
Yeah.
How are you? What are we doing? We're waiting for that?
Oh, we went.
I'm fine. The history of it, I'm fine. So Paik was 4E.
Yeah. How do you know Jonathan?
I met Jonathan used to cooperate strongly with a young man who wanted to become an art dealer. They arrived in Manhattan from the wilds of Pennsylvania without achievement, with concepts. They were going to revolutionize the showing of art. Jonathan could rap his philosophy. He was surrounded by young men who were just eating up on his commitments. The facetious, cynical, ironic postmodern way about it. And so we talked. I found it very interesting. And then 3 times ended the friendship on the grounds of absolute narcissism and self-absorption. It was just boring. And each time he came back, and we started over again on every level. And this is oi 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 oi. Anyway, for me, he is the. I don't meet a lot of artists nowadays. I meet a few. And I haven't met anyone approaching under the age of 60 for passion, commitment. What happened was, studying in Pennsylvania with a woman who had been sort of third generation. If you recorded what I say, you would get your throat slit. His major teacher of art, inspired woman, so third generation abstract expressionism, what she taught him would be like elaborating Jackson Pollock and all that. In other words, she was out of sync with what was happening in the world. Jonathan got nothing of postmodern irony, facetiousness, whimsy, or these without commitment kind of stuff, Jeff Koons, and all. And he picks up, he doesn't even know it, but in his statements and his thoughts and his visual thoughts, he really picks up where Pollock kind of stopped. In the sculpture, he's picking up where David Smith sort of stopped, leaving out 35, 40 years of art. And if he can dovetail what he's doing, or if that can be done, if people can see what he's doing, but the eyes of the people, I've talked with 2 dealers about him, and they don't get it, because now it's 2007, and they're interested in the anything goes. But I believe, I don't talk like this about young artists. And he studies, he reads, he thinks, and works, and the key thing is he works so hard. So I have great faith in him. So, and especially the sculpture. Anyway, here we are. We'll meet with him sometime.
Here's, interestingly, I'll show you some stuff. Like that.
Okay. Well, that. Oh, I didn't even see these.
This is so here.
Fluxus. Dumb. Oh, I love the B down there. Oh.
So you see this. I got this from Chicago. This was a Korean magazine that did a. Have you seen this?
Yes.
So this is here. You see, so this is right here.
Right.
That wood was where the plasma went, and all the stuff was displayed here even when I first. And so that's that, obviously.
Oh boy. Okay.
And then this is an older shot of here. That panel is this panel. So the stuff used to just be here. And then this here is over here.
Okay.
When I first got here, there was a lot of canvases. That's really all from this place.
I brought you some miscellaneous stuff. This is not as miscellaneous because this is a catalog from Norway about Namjoon Paik.
Nice.
Filled with, and here is a Ray Johnson collage with Paik. You can't read the postcard. Postcard says Ray Johnson is first communication artist. Ray did about maybe 20 portraits of Nam June Paik. His portraits are designated portraits. They're not.
Right.
Well, there you do see Paik, but ordinarily you wouldn't know who was who. Anyway, that's for you and some stuff, some catalogs that I've written recently about Ray.
So do you want me to just kind of walk through and
Tell
show
it,
you that stuff that's
between
here?
between you and Jay Lee.
Yeah. Well, this is...
Is this your stuff or his stuff?
His.
Wow.
Well, this was just left here, but I'll show you some of it's interesting. Like, this was a laser disc from China that I guess they used to use in some of the pieces. See, that's what this was.
Okay.
And then, I mean, it's a little bright in here, so it's going to be hard to see, but you'll be able to see it.
Where does it project? Over there? Oh. So that's Shelley Eshkar's work.
Is that?
Do you know Shelley Eshkar?
I thought it was Cunningham.
Well, it is Cunningham, but Shelley was working with Cunningham, and after Merce was unwell and problems, and John died. When he started working with Shelley, he started whistling again, and everybody knew, okay, he's got his groove back. And what they did was to make these, because I was there for one of the sessions. I'm sure you know they put the sensors on the bottom, and then all of that goes into the computer.
Yeah.
You know, I was there when Bill T. Jones was being done by this group, and that a kind of all-American guy. Bill T. Jones just walks in, takes off his clothes, and stands there and says, "Well, put the sensors on." And the guy does them, and Bill says, "Okay, the penis." And so this guy, look, it's like he was touching a snake. He had to put the sensor on there. Merce used these in a performance at Lincoln Center that was just incredible. He interwove them with live dancers. So this was just left here?
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then these were all around. These, I guess, had TVs and other equipment attached to them that they're, just...
How's the wiring in here?
I mean, I'm going to redo it, but...
When Peg lived in my house, which had been a rooming house, and forget about the wiring and the plumbing and all that, we did reach a point when of adapting that it became precarious. And then he took a loft on Canal Street, and he would, and most of the electricity was, electric things were going there.
So, stuff like this is just like pieces of stuff that was begun to put together, but